We graduated high school almost 20 years ago. Now, in the early 2000s, everybody had their own definition of what cool was, whether that's in fashion, food trends, the TV shows you watch. For us, it was music. If you listen to cool music, you are in our circle. We're getting married in 6 months, so naturally I asked myself the completely normal question, if my future wife met me in high school, would she think I'm cool based on the music I listen to? Here are the rules, I guess. I pulled 4 albums from my collection. These are albums that I loved in high school. I picked 3 songs from each album that I think gave a general feel for the entirety of the album.
Yeah.
What Stacy has to do is give me a 3-word review on each of those albums. Let's get it started.
Yeah.
The first album came out in my senior year of high school, and I'm pretty sure I listened to it as much then as I do now. It's Bear vs. Shark, Terror Hawk. The 3 songs that encompass the whole album in my eyes are 6-Bar Phrase, Hey Hey, Catamaran, and Herd Iron Bug. So I'm editing this video and I realized I forgot to tell you what this band sounds like. So if you're a fan of At the Drive-In, Blood Brothers, Fall of Troy, the first Alexisonfire record, I think you'll really dig this album. Anyways, back to the video. Let's get your 3-word reviews.
My 3 words for these. First word is familiar.
Okay.
For some reason, I felt like it was a little familiar to me.
Okay.
Second word I picked, I couldn't, it's more of a phrase, chef's kiss, because it was just great.
We're starting out and you're
No,
already cheating.
it's okay. I'm not cheating. And then the third word I would choose is fast, because it speeds up. And I liked that. It has that little part where it speeds up a little bit and then it slows back down again. And that's really fun, I think.
So to recap, familiar, chef's kiss, even though that's cheating,
It's not.
and fast.
Yeah, with a bunch of T's.
I dig that, because I think, especially the fast, this album has a tendency to slow down, pick
Speed
back
up.
up,
Yeah, I like
slow
that.
down, pick back up, and that's why I chose those 3 songs, because you get a little bit of that
like
throughout
that.
the album and throughout those 3 songs.
I noticed.
This next one absolutely encompasses my senior year of high school as well. This band was Hometown Heroes through and through. It's the receiving end of Sirens, and the album is Between the Heart and the Synapse. The 3 songs I chose were Then I Defy You Stars, Dead Man Tell No Tales, and Broadcast Quality. So at the start, the receiving end of Sirens for me was just a normal local band. And then they kind of disappeared off the radar for a little bit to record an album. Then came the introduction of Casey Crescenzo of the Deer Hunter fame, and he added so much depth to the sound of this album.
Yeah.
And to this day, I have no idea what the lyrics are about. I'd say if you're a fan of the Deftones, you'd probably like this album, later Deftones.
Yeah, that's a good, okay, which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have always loved this album. Not since it came out, because I kind of, discovered the band through Casey, actually, because I love the Deer Hunter. So my 3 words.
I'm not looking.
No. Us.
Okay.
Rips. That second song. Frickin' rips.
Frickin' rips, kid.
Rips. And then the last word I would choose would be harmonies. I love harmonies.
I am in full agreement. There's 3 singers in this band, and all of their voices work so well together. It's absurd.
Yeah, I'm a ridiculous fan for harmonies. I think that's why I like Isley so much, because they do a lot of harmonies.
So what do you mean us?
What do you mean?
It kind of reminded me of the playlist that we made for each other when we first met, and so I was just this playlist, this is so good.
This album is so good. I own 2 different variants of it because they're cover variants. One's the original pressing, and then the other is the newest pressing, but with the original artwork.
Okay. I like that.
Let's move on.
Woo!
I am absolutely convinced that this next one is where my journey with anxiety started. My favorite nerd punk album, Adam and His Package, Redefining Music.
So fun.
The 3 songs I chose is If You Own the Washington Redskins, You're For Franklin, and Undercover Funny. I think those 3 encompass the sound of the whole album.
Yeah.
This record was introduced to me by my friend Tony, who actually introduced me to a lot of the albums that we're talking about now.
Nice.
With that being said, what are your 3 words?
My 3 words. The first word, I'm going to go with skanking.
Disagree, it is not ska.
But you can skank to it.
I disagree, next word.
Oy, next word. I'm just going to use a phrase here again.
You're just
There's only 2 words here.
destroying the sanctity of the video.
I'm just going to say Stacy's mom.
Explain yourself.
I feel sorry for the people that he names in the song.
And for Franklin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Franklin. I feel sorry for any Franklins or Bens out there, you know, because my name is in a song. And
Her name is actually Franklin.
shut up. My name is Stacy. And so a lot of people like to reference the Stacy's mom song. That's not my name song, says Stacy. So sorry, Bens and Franks, Lens.
Next word.
Next word. I want to say funny.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Sonically, it's a little goofy.
yeah, it is a little goofy, and I almost wanted to say the word heartfelt, like he really means what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like he wants somebody to be funny, but they're not funny in front of him, and he's just like heartfelt about it.
Yeah, I think
Like, you
Adam
know.
and His Package, again, stand on its own. There's plenty of nerd punk records out there, but this one is just the blueprint
Yeah.
for that genre.
It was great. I liked it. It was fun. I'm gonna go skank now to it. Show a little skanking guy.
A bizarre record. This band only ever had this record.
Okay.
It's Test Icicles for screening purposes only. The 3 tracks I chose were Boa vs. Python, Your Biggest Mistake, and Party On Dudes, Get Hype. If you're a fan of Lightning Bolt and Block Party,
Okay.
you'll like this band. I don't know, like those 2 bands have nothing to do with each other.
Right.
But this band has a very sad history. You can Google it if you want to. We're not here to get sad, but a sonically, frustratingly intense album. It is this mixture of guitar and electronic, and it sort of reminds me of also The Shape of Punk to Come from Refused.
Okay. Ooh, I like
A little
that.
bit ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Now enough about me and what I think of this album. What are your 3 words?
Because you're like, 1 word. And I'm like, well, I can't. So I'm just going to say the acronym MSI for mindless self-indulgence. I was like, question mark, question mark? Is that MSI I hear real quick? Like,
That they sound nothing like
to
them.
me, for some reason, that first song, when it first started playing, I got vibes from MSI. Don't get me wrong, I love mindless self-indulgence. They're like fun to me. And I feel like they were a lot of fun too. My second word would be hooks. They have a lot of like kitschy hooks up in there.
Yeah.
Like I like songs where
agree.
you're like, oh, that's such a good, like, you know how I hate sayings in songs? I kind of like it.
I don't. I'm not sure what that means. But what's your 3rd word?
My 3rd word would be riffs. I feel like the guitar riffs in all of the songs were very
Spastic.
spastic and fun. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was, you know, really, I wouldn't say like groovy to listen to, but like, you know, it riffed, you know, good riffs.
Good riffs.
Good riff.
Want to hear some of our riffs?
So now for the most important question. If you met me in high school, based on my music taste alone, would you think I was cool?
So here's the thing.
Whoa.
No.
What were some of your favorite bands in high school? Let us know down in the comments.
Yes, let us know. I love figuring out what people like, growing up and like listening to it. It tells a lot about a person.
A lot going on in this photo. We got what seems to be a greasy bowl cut, a popped collar, and look at that bracelet. What's going on with that bracelet?